I took a glass and I smashed it in his face. One of the gang leaders took out his gun. He cocked the gun and he said, "Lay down." At the age of 13, I met up with the wrong crowd where I was now introduced to cigarettes first. It went on to alcohol and then weed. I really became a problem at home because my mother had to call the police each and every time to stop me because I became a very angry child. I dated somebody and I was very drunk this night. I just saw him call his friends, but I was so out of it that I couldn't do anything, and he actually called his friends to force themselves on me. That moment I felt very humiliated. I felt dirty. I remember a time when I also went out with my friends. One of the gang leaders came to me and they told me that I want you, and I told him that I don't want you. And he said, "I didn't ask you, I'm telling you that I want you." At that moment, he just took out his gun, he cocked the gun and he said, "Lay down." I just froze, I laid down, and as he held the gun to my head, he slept with me that night. This even caused much more hatred towards men, and I didn't understand why they were all doing this to me. I didn't understand why I came into this world to feel so much pain, because each and every man that I came across abused me. They made me feel so much pain, and I didn't understand why are they doing all of this. I just felt like I'm gonna take back my life. I'm not gonna let men do this to me anymore. There was this night in the shopping where a guy he lit a cigarette. He walked past all my friends, but when he got to me, he poked me in my face with a lit cigarette. And once he did that, I just snapped. I took a glass and I smashed it in his face. I hit him all over the pool table with the pool stick. And I remember I had a scar on my hand because of the glass that broke as I hit him in the face. And I went to the bathroom just to wipe the blood off. And as I came out of the toilet, he stood with a knife like this. In that moment, I just thought if I turn around, he's gonna stab me in my back. So I'm just gonna stand still, and I said, "Just do what you want." He stabbed me on the shoulder. The affliction in my soul was so bad that I desired to die. I made a vow to myself where I said, from this day forward, I will destroy my life no matter what now. I then was introduced to a drug called tuk. I was drunk to the point of where I could not even walk. And the minute I took a hit of this drug, I became sober and I gained control over my body. That made me feel I have all the power now in the world. I can do anything I want to do. I felt heavily addicted to this drug, to the point of hallucinating. I started to hear voices. I constantly lived in fear. I remember everywhere I went, I walked with a butcher knife. I was always ready to fight because it always felt like something is following me. I did not recognize myself anymore. I started stealing to feed my addiction. I never got my hands dirty by stealing. I always came up with a master plan and I let the friends steal. I had to show that I am brave in front of my friends, but each and every time when I went to the toilet, my tears would just come down. That was always a moment where I could just cry because I can't do that in front of my friends because I always show them that I'm the boss, yeah, I'm strong. We started dating drug merchants so that we can feed the addiction. So with the boyfriend that I used to date, he came with friends. And because I was also around girls, making sure that if I smoke, if you're around me, you must also smoke. When they come, they would tell me that they like that girl. And then I would always tell them that, what am I going to receive in return? So they always paid me with drugs and money. My house became a drug den now, where the drug dealers sold their drugs out of, knowing that if I date a drug merchant, then I will always have drugs to feed my addiction. To each and every person in the area, if they want to come and smoke by me or come to enjoy and smoke their drugs by me, I would make a rule that you cannot come empty-handed. You have to present something. Every friend that I came across, if they are faithful, that's not normal for me. And I used to tell them that you are not my friends. I just need people to enjoy myself with, otherwise I can't enjoy myself alone. And I also used to tell them that, do you see how destroyed my life is? Don't say I never warned you. So I'm just telling you, the more closer that you become to me, your lives are going to become destroyed just as mine. The only desire that I had in me was other lives also to be destroyed. There was a competition we made with my friends where we said, let's see who's going to stay awake the longest. I was out of my mind now. It was 8 days and 8 nights. I didn't eat, I didn't sleep. I remember my child only used to eat noodles because when we are on the truck, you don't eat. The 8th day, that is the day when now I just went to lay on my bed. I remember there was a mirror across my bed where I just became still and seeing myself like that, and it was very disturbing. So I asked God, I do not know if you exist, but I am addicted to this drug and I don't know how to come out of it. I have so much affliction in my soul, so much sadness, so much anger inside of me, so much hatred. I don't know what to do. Please give me a chance, help me. My friend still walked in the room that day and he asked, why do you look so serious? And I just rubbed it off and like, no, it's nothing. A couple of days after that, I took a walk and there was a lady that gave out pamphlets in front of the Universal Church. She invited me to the church. I told her that she should leave me alone.
Hey, leave me alone, leave me alone. Leave me alone.
And she insisted and said, no, there's a service inside, come and join us. I said, I don't need church, you are disturbing me, I'm on my way somewhere. And she said, no, God can change your life, come. And I said, I don't need church, leave me alone because I'm really going to beat you. A couple of days after that, I saw the same lady walking down my street. And when I saw her, I closed my door. But then she threw the newspaper through my window. When I was alone, I read the newspaper and I saw a similar situation as mine, where I saw somebody was drug addicted and he became free. For me, this was very strange because I tried everything to be free from this drug. I said to myself, I'm going to go to this church. I found a pastor in front of the church, evangelizing. I was still high that day. I told the pastor, I have a drug problem and I don't know how to come out of this drug and I need your help. He just told me that, don't worry, we're going to pray together. In my mind, in that moment, I asked, I wonder if this man understood what I just said. But he just said, come, let's go up. As I walked up the stairs of the church, I said, God, this is my last resort. I really don't know if you exist. But if you do not change my life now, then I know that you do not exist. I came from church. And my friends just gave me a lolly full of drugs. They said, we want you to smoke, enjoy. Okay, I sat there, I smoked, and I didn't become high. I smoked for an hour maybe, and nothing happened. The next day I went to church, I told Pastor, I smoked and nothing happened. And he said to me, no, that is fine. Keep on coming to church. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to keep on coming to church. The next day when I came from church, I threw my cigarettes away. I flushed it down the toilet. Anything that related to the lighters, everything that related to the drug, I threw it away. I started telling my friends that nobody can smoke here anymore. You guys have to find another place to smoke now because I'm not interested in drugs anymore. They thought I was crazy that time because I remember I took my Bible, I dusted it off because it was full of dust. I never read it. I said, I must read this book, man. I think it's going to change me. I even opened in the book of Psalms 23, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not be in want. And it's the only verse that I knew. So that's the verse I read. I continued going to church. I decided to get baptized in water. Now, after the baptism of water and asking everybody for forgiveness, I now was free from drugs, free from alcohol, free from sleeping around and partying. I now was fine. After that now, the campaign of Israel was introduced. I didn't really understand what it was about, but somehow I did understand about sacrifice because I just came out of a life where I actually sacrificed my whole life for drugs and the world. Every single thing I lived for was for the drug. So when the pastor spoke about sacrifice, I was familiar with what he's talking about, but I just wanted to know more about the campaign. I then asked God, what is it that you want from me? Because I still had a void inside of me. There was something still off inside of me. Although I got baptized in water, I asked everybody for forgiveness, but then inside of me, there was something really off inside of me. I then decided to give God everything that glued me to that life. And I said to God in my prayer request that I want to get to know you. I want to know who you are. And I also need you to tell me what is it that you want me to do for you? What is it that I did not do yet? And that is where the day when we climbed the altar, I remember I had a voice saying that you need to let go of the past and you need to forgive yourself. I remember I struggled overcoming the past because there's so many unfinished things that I had in my mind, and I blamed myself a lot for that. So I really struggled overcoming the past. So the day when I climbed the altar, God said, let go of the past, forgive yourself. The minute God said to me, you must give up your past and forgive yourself, I said, now I'm going to pour myself out to God. I'm going to give my all. I said, God, I gave my all to the world, and I even went overboard. So now I am here and I want to get to know you. I want to know who you are. And I don't want to go back to the world. I want to live for you. And I poured myself out there on the side of the altar. After we fulfilled our vows, the pastor said, I want you to find a place in the church. And I want you to make that place your altar. I don't know where you're going to go, but just make that place your altar. And at that moment, seeking God's face, asking Him that, God, I want your spirit. I no longer want to live for the world. I no longer want to do things for the devil. I want nothing to do with the world anymore, and I want a new life. As I was seeking God's face at that moment, that was the moment where I received the full assurance of the Holy Spirit coming upon me. The love that I was looking for all this while in the world, I found it in God. And that in that moment, I heard God say, welcome home. And that is where I received the embrace of God. I remember when I came to the church, I knew God as God. But today I know God as Father. That void I had is no longer there. Today I have love, I have peace, I have joy. My life is totally transformed. I receive now the passion to save souls. I remember the desire in me. It changed totally because before I was destroyed and I want everybody to be destroyed. But now I had a desire to save others. I remember that the minute I received the Holy Spirit, I made sure as I went out, I want to tell every single person that God is alive. Your life can change. And remember, I did not even have hope. I did not even know there was a God. But God came true for me. God really exists. The Maryna today is no longer the same person. The person that could not smile, the person that had a void. I'm no longer the same person. I don't smoke, I don't drink anymore. I don't have to take substance to suppress the pain anymore, because the Holy Spirit in me is the one that sustains everything inside of me. I never thought that I would have a family of my own. Today I am married. I'm happily married. I have my own family, and we are 16 years married now. And remember the daughter that I told you about? Today, She has something to tell you.
My mom used to be someone who was addicted to drugs. She was a very aggressive person. She was someone who did many terrible things in her past. But I can sit here today and I can proudly say that she's a completely transformed person. She has been a great blessing to our family, and I'm deeply grateful for what God has done in her life.
There is something that I want to tell you today, is that there is a place where your life can change. And this place is a secret place where my life also changed. And your life can also change if you want. This place is called the altar.